Hi, I am Lulu. I'm a compulsive overeater. I'm from the Boston area. And welcome to the Step It Up website. Um, so, you know, a little message about the journey through really life's journey. We all have like these destinations in mind, like this is what I want to do, especially regarding weight. And then there's the journey to get from the weight journey to your ideal weight. And I think about my past and how miserable every one of those journeys were, because I just wanted the journey over and I wanted to get to this imagined bliss. Like, that's going to be all I need. That's it. And unfortunately, it was very blissful, but it lasted about 5 minutes. And then I was back up another size by like the next week. You know how that goes. And so I just kind of like wasted like so much of my time being unhappy with imagined happiness. And it's just, I came across this poem. Now, I'm not a poetry kind of person. Most poems I read, I don't even know what they mean. I'm like, who wrote that and what the heck does it even mean? I'm not that deep. And so usually they're all over my head. And but I read this poem. I don't even know how it came in my path. And I really didn't get it. But something told me, you need to get this. Like, do what you got. I don't even know where this message came from. Maybe it was God. I don't know. There was something in my head that said, oh, here's just another poem that you don't get. But look into it until you get it. So I ended up doing some like Google research on it. I looked up some words. I got some definitions of some things, and I translated it into like me personally in my life. And once I did that, I was like, this is so powerful. And so I typically share it with my sponsees, and it's usually I always have it kind of stored in the back of my head. I don't have a note to say share this, make sure you share this with every sponsee, but the time always comes at some point, and I'm just like, this is what we need to do today. We're going to put up this poem, and we're going to talk about this poem. So we're going to put up this poem, and I'm going to it's called Ithaca. I don't know if anybody's heard of that poem, Ithaca, and oh God, Shalisa and I were trying to pronounce this name. It's by C.P. Cavafy, C-A-V-A-F-Y. Okay, so there it is. Can everybody see that okay? So you might have to make it bigger, but that's all right. Okay, so it's called Ithaca by C.P. Cavafy. As you set out for Ithaca, and what I determined in my research, what Ithaca is the destination of what I imagine to be bliss. If only blank, then life would be wonderful. That's Ithaca, okay? As you set out for Ithaca, hope that the voyage is a long one, because it's the best part. If you really look at how history has played out, it's usually the best part. Full of adventure and full of discovery. Laestrygonians and Cyclops. I actually had to figure out how to pronounce that. That Laestrygonians is cannibal, and basically it's the definition is the powers that delay or destroy. I call them life's challenges, okay? So when these life challenges come, my voyage, hope it's a long one, full of adventure, full of discovery, full of life's challenges. Angry Poseidon. Don't be afraid of them. You'll never find things like that on your way as long as you keep your thoughts raised high. So there's your optimism, your hopefulness, and your gratitude. As long as the rare excitement stirs your spirit and your body, which is basically just the thrill of being alive. Laestrygonians and Cyclops. Cyclops is a savage giant. Wild Poseidon. Poseidon is the god of sea and earthquakes. All these catastrophes and scary monsters. You won't encounter them unless you bring them along inside your soul, unless your soul sets them up right in front of you. So they're only if I summon them up are they allowed to dwell in me. Can you feel that? Can you just feel that? Okay. So hope the voyage is a long one. May there be many a summer morning when, with what pleasure, what joy, you come into the harbor scene for the first time. You may stop at Phoenician trading stations to buy fine things, mother of pearl and coral, amber and ebony, sensual perfume of every kind, as many sensual perfumes as you can. And may you visit many Egyptian cities to gather stores of knowledge from their scholars. How did I translate that paragraph into me in my beautiful life in program? On my voyage, I find gratitude, I take good care of myself, I learn, I nurture myself, and I explore and discover, and I stay curious about the world. That's my voyage. So that's what's happening on the way to Ithaca, okay? Keep Ithaca always in your mind. This is really important because without the imagined bliss as my destination, I wouldn't be on a voyage. How cool is that? All right? So keep Ithaca always in my mind. Arriving there is what you're destined for, but do not hurry the journey at all. Better if it lasts for years, so you are old by the time you reach the island, wealthy with all you have gained on the way, not expecting Ithaca to make you rich. So I wrote, without the imagined bliss as my destination, I wouldn't even be on the voyage. So it's not like don't have an imagined bliss. I will likely be more charmed with the journey. It's likely. And I will likely find less pleasure in actually being there than what I had hoped or imagined. And actually, the journey can be a beautiful thing. Ithaca gave you the marvelous journey. Without her, you wouldn't have set out. She has nothing left to give you now. And if you find her poor, Ithaca won't have fooled you. Wise as you will have become, so full of experience, you will have understood by then what these Ithacas mean. Because the prize is all in the experience of the journey, not the final destination. Ithaca is my journey through life. That is the bliss. So the reason I love this poem is when I first came to this program, I thought, oh dear Lord, okay, so I'm not even gonna eat anymore. I'm not gonna drink anymore. I'm never gonna have fun another day in my life. And it felt like a life sentence. It felt like a life sentence. It felt like I was cursed. But like it's been shared very recently, the things that come from pain are very, very valuable things. And it was really that pain, the pain of food addiction, that pain of food addiction is what made me want to set out for Ithaca. I'm going for it. But how awesome it is in this program that we're never alone. There's so much joy along the way. Enjoy that journey. Enjoy that journey. It's a beautiful journey. And it's all in, where did it say that? It said, unless I bring them along inside my soul, unless my soul sets them up in front of me, my soul sets up anything I want in front of me. So if I want to summon them up, if I want to summon up that I'm in the middle of a life sentence, then that's just the way I'll feel, and I'll just ruin my journey. If I take my journey as an opportunity of a lifetime instead of a life sentence, it's just like, yeah, this is awesome. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you just gleaned something that would be useful for you on your journey. As we go through our journey and we feel so different from other people, we can sometimes really feel different from other people, and that they're doing something that's enjoyable that we're being shortchanged. I'm shortchanged nothing. In fact, quite the contrary. And it's because of what I'm choosing to summon up in my spirit. And Shalice, do you have any comments about this journey?
I do. I would love to share. I love that you shared this with us. just, I know in my life before program was a constant state of looking for that perfect ending, like the perfect weight, the perfect whatever. And when I'd get it, it just didn't do it for me. You know, I was just like, well, there's something missing. And it was the journey. Like I wasn't present in the moment, and I missed a lot of things, and I don't regret the things that I missed. I don't even know what they were because I was too busy trying to get to my destination. But I just love the fact that that especially the steps are such a beautiful kind of blueprint for and roadmap for a beautiful life, and learning to be present. I love that that all of the experiences that I have, I can learn and grow from them. I used to judge, negative, quote unquote, negative experiences, and think that I needed to just have positive experiences all the time. I needed to just be happy all the time, or just be, but that's not the point. It's coming for me to understand each experience as they come up, be present for the experience, feel the feelings of the experience, notice them, name them, work through them, think through them, laugh through them. And that is one of the most beautiful things, because I can look back at every single thing that I'm experiencing and just see where it's caused growth in my life. And the destination is, there's no rush to get there. It's, it's just living in the moment is just such a beautiful thing. And this program is helping me to do that. So thanks so much for letting me share that, Lulu. And thanks for sharing this poem.
One other thing, that quote that I was quoting recently, Abraham Hicks quote, we likely do not have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. Is that how it went? No, we don't have how did it go? We might have to cut this out. Let's cut this out of the recording. What was that quote? Do you remember? It was so good.
Let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up and then I'll share it.
We just were talking about it this morning, you and I. It's Abraham Hicks. You can't have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. Is that it?
Yes. Okay. I have it here. It took me a second to pull it up. It says, I cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. Abraham Hicks.
Yeah. And that just makes so much sense. You might want to cut all that out, Shalaith. This is all.
I don't know if I can, but I think it's all, it's all perfect, Lulu. It's all
this
perfect,
is where
right?
This website is where we keep it real. This is where we keep it real.
This is what winging it looks like.
I know. Oh my goodness. Anyway, but Luca can do it. We'll tell Luca to do it.